This British dating show ruined lives.
And I guess I'd rate myself about 8, maybe 9 out of 10.
Hi, Nikki. He's my ex-boyfriend.
Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Take Me Out was a British TV dating show hosted by Paddy McGuinness, in which one single man would try to obtain a date from 30 single women. And the drama that this show caused was unmatched. I used to be glued to my seat every single Saturday night watching this. In this video, we're going to talk about the insane structure of the show. We're going to talk about each different round that the single man would have to get through in order to get a date at the end. We're going to have a look at some of the success stories, some of the horror stories. And later on in this video, we're going to cover an episode that includes the worst contestant that ever appeared on this show. And we're actually going to see where he is today and how he regrets ever appearing on the show. So let's just get into it. I am so excited for this one. So round one involved the single man coming down the love lift elevator. They'd basically do like a little dance, kind of have a look at the girls, then they would say their name and where they're from. At this point, all of the girls are standing behind a podium with their name on and a light. If they like what they see, they keep their light on. However, if they want to eliminate themselves from the guy picking them for a date, they have to press their button, which means their light turns off and they're basically not available anymore. Basically, they don't like what they see. And if every single girl turns their light off, then the man goes home alone. Okay, he doesn't get a date. He's like Macaulay Culkin. Now, I always used to think, like, what is the best process here? Like, do you want to do like a little dance? Like, how do you kind of approach the girls? How do you give off a good first impression? He has some successful ones. Surely that doesn't work. Coming down the elevator like, yeah, fucking single man. Who does this anymore? Who are you, Peter Parker? Also, right, this guy is clearly shown how confident he is. Like, look, he's doing the Jude Bellingham. Okay, he's loving it. He's lapping up and he's going glory. But even like your fashion sense, like what do you wear? Like that's, as a first impression, you need to give off the best one. Is boots something good to wear? The Rick Grimes Walking Dead boots? This man looks like he's just came from fighting off like a family of zombies.
Ryan from Southampton, girls, are you turned on or turned off?
Okay, so maybe I've just been doing it wrong like my entire life. Like all I needed to do when I went in a nightclub and I was single and I wanted to get with someone, I should have just went over to them and been like, you know what? Yeah, all right, love. Like what you see, do you? Right, want to come back to mine? Come on, love. That's what I needed to do, idiot. Oh, okay, this guy's got a little bit of a dance going on. See, right? This is more like, I think this would work, right? You're showing you a little bit of fun, right? Giving it a little bit of the George Sampson. I kind of rate it, okay?
Selkie from London, girls, are you turned on or turned off?
To be fair, right? How can you turn your light off to someone called Silky? What? Silky? Are you joking us? That's like the best name ever. Why was I born with a name like Cam and there's people out here with names like Silky? I'm gonna call my son Polyester, right? He's gonna get all the girls.
Hello, ladies. My name's Andrew, and I'm from Liverpool.
Accent. Gun. I feel like that's how it would go if it was mine. See, that's like a bold move. Like, this man came in like a shirt and tie. This guy, like, came ready for the altar. Do you know what I mean? You've got some people turning up in, like, Rick Grimes boots, and you've got some people turning up looking like James Bond. There's just no dress code to this. After each of the contestants had kind of said the name and they had the initial phase of whether the girls wanted to turn the lights on or off, Paddy would go and talk to a few of the girls to kind of, like, tell the guy what they like about him. And there's some, like, wild scenarios here. Like, sometimes the girls ask if they can touch them.
Look at them pecs. Can I have a little squidge?
Come on, here you go.
I hate to be like this kind of grifter guy, but can you imagine if it was 30 single men and they were like, oh, look at those tits. Can I have a little squidge? Can I? By the way, sorry, was there no like tighter tops available for this man? Is this like the mamas and papas range? My lord, looks like Captain America. Go on, son.
Feel that now?
Okay, I mean, You know, it's an exchange as old as man, I guess. So you can see, like, some of the girls really, like, laid on thick straight away with the guys. I always wondered with this show what the dynamic would be like if it was 30 single lads and one single girl. I feel like it would be a lot... For some reason, it would seem creepier. I feel like the guys would be a lot more creepy than what the girls are. Now, although there was a lot of successful initial stages on this show, there was also some terrible ones.
Hello, ladies. My name's Thomas, and I'm from Stirling.
Could you imagine how humbling that would be, though? Just watching all of these girls just go, nice, grim him. To be fair, he reminds me, like, this is me showing me age, but there was a guy on X Factor called Ridian who sang opera. He looks very much like him. He looks like someone I would create on, like, Grand Theft Auto and then go and, like, you know, mow down, like, loads of innocent civilians. I think it's just too much white, if I'm being honest. You know, you look like you're part of the Backstreet Boys, mate.
Looking at the girls who still left the lights on, are you impressed with any of them?
Could be.
He's definitely hurt. He's like, well, you know, beggars can't be choosers, can the paddy? I'm not one to judge, because I actually think this guy, like, I love it when people dress differently and are just themselves, but I know when you've got 30 girls who very much are kind of, you know, party and Ibiza girls, they're not going to go for a guy like this. What's with the whole white attire? Like, why do people dress all in white for this show? It's like they're part of some sort of cult.
Hello ladies, my name is White and I'm from Brighton by the Sea.
You know, it's not a good sign when there's only, like, people laughing or people going... I rate the confidence for this guy to go on a show like this, though, where people have kind of such specific taste. Like, if you don't have an arm sleeve or muscles, you're not getting picked on this show.
Girls, are you turned on or turned off?
Okay, right, 5. That's all right. Right, we can deal with 5. Oh, mate. Oh, I love it. This guy looks like he'd give you 20 quid if you, like, passed go.
We from Cambridgeshire, girls, are you turned on or turned off?
The top comment is Reddit in person. Oh, bless him, man. When you see your custom character in a cutscene. I'm pretty sure that ITV knew that some of the people that appeared on this show would get the piss ripped out of them because they just don't fit the mould of, like, a typical dating show, unfortunately. And I feel like they set some people up for failure on this show, definitely. When I used to watch this show, I was like, what is the best, like, song choice? Like, do you want to come out to, like, some sort of, like, hard song? Do you want to come out to a love song? Do you want to come out to a funny song? Let me know what song you're coming out to. What's the perfect song to, like, get people attracted to you? I feel like you need to walk out with, like, Sabrina Carpenter. You know, just show you, like, one of the girls, right? I'm one of yous. Okay. I feel like I would dance as well, like...
Single man, reveal yourself.
I think that would work. Do you think that would work? I've been practicing that for the last 5 minutes, so hopefully you'll say yeah. Anyway, now obviously some people would feel embarrassed if a lot of people turned the lights off at them in this stage. However, what is even more embarrassing is if you met your ex on this show.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, she put a Y on the end.
Oh,
Yeah, do you want to know why? He's my ex-boyfriend.
That would be so awkward. Like, it's already awkward enough and, like, anxiety-ridden that you've got to stand on TV in front of all these girls, but imagine your ex being one of them, knowing exactly who you are as a person, knowing that this person that you're showing to everyone is, like, polished. Like, they've probably seen you take a shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's humbling.
It's all a dream.
However, they did actually pick each other and then reach the final round, which we're going to get onto later. So it couldn't have been that awkward. Now, after the single guys got past this stage and still had people somehow with their lights on, round 2 was the videotape round. Now, they could either record their own video to the camera, telling the girls a little bit about themselves, what they do for a job, what hobbies they have, or if they were, like, too embarrassed, they could get one of their family members or friends to do it for them. And I feel like this was, like, the make or break round, because obviously the girls are kind of just going off initial attraction at this point. However, when they actually learn about you, that's where they really know if this is going to work between the both of you.
I'm proud to be part of one of the world's elite fighting forces, the Royal Marines, so I'm not in bad shape.
That's not a gun. This is a gun.
Oh. It's cringe, but no one turned the light off. See, this just breaks every rule of what I think people are attracted to. What I've learned so far from this video is that if you want to get a girlfriend, you need to go up to them like this and then go, by the way, that's not a gun. Right? And then basically, they're yours forever.
Treat housework as a military operation. I wouldn't pass inspection.
Someone's turned the light off there. Someone clearly, you know, likes a dirty house.
Ladies, my favourite nights out are always in fancy dress. I love hitting the town with the lads dressed up.
Whenever I used to watch this show, I used to find it so interesting when people would turn off. Like, someone saw him in a hot dog costume and just got the ick instantly. Was like, nah, not for me.
Probably had about 60 podiums, so I sprayed an awful lot of champagne rather than actually drink it.
All of the quotes are like from Pinterest.
It looks like I'm trying to be Flash, but it is an amazing piece of machinery and I absolutely love it.
See, in what world would you ever think talking about, like, your car is like a way for the girls to, like, want to date you? Like, surely you're attracted the wrong type of girl if you're just showing off your possessions. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't you want them to get to know you? Like, don't you want them to like you for you, not your money?
If I had to use 3 words to describe myself, I'd probably use bouncy, alternative, and eccentric. And I guess I'd rate myself about 8, maybe 9 out of 10.
It's so David Brent. This has got to be a skit.
I'll go anywhere for a good party, to be perfectly honest. I really get a buzz out of throwing myself around on the dance floor.
Imagine just being absolutely, like, pissed out your mind in a nightclub and you see somebody like him just absolutely going for it. That would be, like, the most mental experience. Just with his, like, stick. Just like... I would definitely dance with him, is what I'm trying to say. He's got a stick. Like, this guy brought props to the dance floor. What's not attractive about that? Like you've seen, during this round, the girls would turn their lights off at any given point. They didn't really like what they saw. And if the contestants did have some lights on after this round, they would then progress to the next round. You're gonna see later in this video from the worst contestant that ever appeared on this show how this video can make everything go horribly wrong. Now, if they did do their own video for round 2, then their friends or family would do their video for round 3, or if you didn't want a message from your friends or family, you could do a special talent. This show was wild. One guy played the bagpipes. What's going on, man? Why are you showing your arse on national television? I remember one guy kind of did, like, his trade as a talent. I feel like I'm watching, like, an Aldi version of a Fifth Harmony music video. What is this? What are we doing right now? It's just the fact that he would have practiced this in the mirror and went, right, that's mint, that's gonna make everyone just fancy us so much. You know what? I'll do it with me top off as well. Oh, get in. Come on! One guy thought that fighting would attract girls. Like 4 girls turned off when Paddy went down. Clearly, you know, some people were rooting for Paddy in this situation. It's just interesting, though, because, like, when you really deep it, these are the things that, you know, macho guys think is what girls want to see. Like, in their heads, they're like, if I put Paddy McGuinness in a submission, they're gonna want to rip me pants off. Like, it's just interesting how the cogs in their brains get to this conclusion. Now, the worst contestant that ever appeared on this show actually got a message in from his friend, and you're going to see why this was the worst decision he could have ever made in his life. Now, this round was the final chance for the girls to turn their lights off if they didn't like what they see, because going into the next round, this is where the power gets put in the guy's hand. Thank God! The patriarchy's back! In this round, the man would have to turn off the remaining girls' lights until there was only 2 left to choose from. So if nobody had turned the lights off, basically you've got to turn off 28 girls' lights. However, if there was only 2 girls' lights left, then you're kind of just stuck with those 2 girls. And after the guy has whittled it down to the 2 girls that he likes the most, he must then ask them both the same question, and then they have to give an answer to it, and that's kind of meant to sway his mind in a way.
Girls, when I go out, I use my trusty teeth whitening pen. How would you two brighten up my day?
Oh, okay.
It's so cringe. When I go out, I use my teeth whitening pen. How would you brighten up my day? Did ChatGPT write that? This is how I imagine, like, Windows 10 would try and res us up.
Well, I'd always be bright because my light would always be on for you.
Terrible. Get off. About as bright as a dark hole, love.
Wow, my podium's still on, so I must have caught your attention when you walked down that lift.
Oh, same answer.
That was a bit shite, wasn't it?
Right then, ladies, you'll be happy to know that I've already named our children. Melody, Harmony, and Maximus Decimus Tiberius. But if you're going to name our first child, what would it be and why?
How about Dave? Just kind of even it up a little bit, you know, bring a bit of balance to this.
Let's go for Howard, because how would you like to take me to Fernando?
It's my middle name, which is Joanna, because Joanna take me to Fernando.
See, okay, now we're talking. Now, it's cringe, but it's creative. It's creative cringe, the best type of cringe. And while I'm doing this with my hands, it makes us feel like I'm kind of having a bit of a deeper thought, and I don't know what I'm doing. And just before the guy has to go and turn one of their lights off to end up with one person who he's going to go on holiday with, because that's what they do when they pick the one person, they then get told a fact about one of the girls, but they're not told which girl the fact's about, and some of them are just wild.
One of these girls is so ticklish that last week she kicked a masseuse straight in the mouth.
It's like such a stupid fact. Like, is that really going to sway your decision? Like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to get kicked in the mouth. Who looks like they'd kick someone in the mouth? Right? And then the girls are like there with like the ultimate poker face, like, it's not me. It's just such a weird, like, part of the show. Now, once the guy has chosen the girl that he's going to go on holiday with and hopefully spend the rest of his life with, Paddy then asks the girls if they want to know who the guy's love at first light was. Basically, before the guy came down the lift, he has to pick who he fancied the most. They're basically just trying to, like, set them up for failure just before they let them leave. Just quickly, guys, I want to make sure that if you haven't already, please do consider pressing the subscribe button and joining the best community on the internet, the Donuts. In this little corner of the internet, we do dating shows, we do TV shows, we review all that kind of stuff. So if this is what you're interested in and you want more videos to binge watch when you're bored, press the subscribe button now.
Do you want to know, or do you just want to jet off to Fernando's?
I want to know.
Of course you want to know. Okay.
Oh.
Conrad's love at first light was Kira.
It's just a little bit awkward. I don't think that it has such a big impact on the date that you're about to have. But it's just not nice to hear, is it? That you wouldn't have been, you know, the person's first choice. However, it is kind of just like an initial attraction thing, so it's not that deep in my opinion. But it's just not nice that they read it out because it kind of embarrasses you both a little bit. After this, they then both jet off to the Isle of Fernando's, which was like this made-up place, which was actually kind of cool because it created this whole like world around Take Me Out, that there was this specific island that was only used for dates from the show. When I researched it, it's actually just in Tenerife, so it's not actually that mystical. Now, it's time for us to cover the biggest knob that ever appeared on this show, according to the audience. And I want to take a look at his episode from him coming down the elevator all the way to his date in Tenerife, or the Isle of Fernando's. And we're also going to look at where he is now, so let's just get into it, because by the end of this, you're going to be hiding behind your sofa with cringe. So this guy is called Damien Merry, and he decided that his music choice coming down the love lift would be Chris Brown, Beautiful People, which automatically kind of sets the tone, talking about yourself in like a positive light. Yeah, I'm beautiful. And what? Although choosing Chris Brown, you know, not the best reputation with women. Now, his initial reaction with the girls was really good. I believe only 2 girls turned the light off out of everyone. I would take that. Right, that's a good percentage. So clearly a lot of the girls, just based off initial attraction, fancied him at this point.
Wow. He is hot to trot. I like it.
He then recorded his own video to kind of let the girls know a little bit more about him.
I've modelled for Diesel, TK Maxx, right down to DFS sofas.
I mean, how can you turn your light off, right? This guy's got range. He's modelled for Diesel and also TK Maxx. When Diesel goes out of fashion, it goes into TK Maxx. The chemistry he has off the charts.
My best features are apparently my eyes, my smile, and my bottom.
Right. So, any ladies into pegging? Okay. I'm your man. Don't clip that about context, please. God. Again, at this point, he was doing pretty okay. Like, not a lot of the girls turned their lights off there. There was a couple at Diesel, you know, clearly petrol fans. And at this point, it looked like he was going to be one of the success stories from this show. However, in round 3, he opted for one of his friends to do a video telling the girls a little bit more about him. That's not from Damien's perspective.
Only recently, he dated the one and only Jodie Marsh, who I think he was so natural. He absolutely...
Sorry. I would genuinely never speak to me mate again if he did this. Why are you trying to bait your friend out? Wait, who is Jodie Marsh? Why is everyone turning the lights off? Like, she doesn't come with him as an item, does she? Some sort of threesome going on? Oh, she's an English media personality and model. Okay, I believe she does OF. Why would you do this to your friend? Why would you bring up an ex when he's trying to get with somebody else? This never ends well. Don't bring up your exes. It's the fact they've included photos as well, man. Could you imagine you went on a date with someone and then your mate comes and just shows photos of you with your ex? Of course that's not going to go down well, no matter who it is.
Luckily for all the girls tonight, that relationship didn't work out.
Oh my God, look at his face. Look at his face. He's about to delete him from the group chat instantly. I just know that friend has been preying on Damien's downfall from the day he came out the womb, and this was the perfect chance to execute it. Paddy then goes up to some of the girls to ask why they turned off at the Jodie Marsh bit, and this is the worst possible thing that could have happened for Damien.
Not as wild as she is, I'd imagine.
I was going to pick you, Lucy.
Oh, no. Oh, look at this girls.
Why would you say that, you idiot? Like, imagine being a girl with your light still on. Be like, all right, well, fuck you then. Right, didn't want you anyway. You stupid leather jacket with your red t-shirt that doesn't match. What model can't dress? You call yourself a model, do you? Get dressed in the dark, did you? Forget to pay your lecky bill. Bastard. Like, him saying that instantly just kind of disregards the girls that have got their lights on. Like, that would just make me want to turn off because I'm like, okay, I'm a second choice now, am I?
So out of all the girls, you were going to pick Lucy.
From the beginning, yeah.
Technically, saying you're second best.
Yeah, that's not nice, mate. Not nice. Like, loads of the girls that kept their lights on instantly regretted doing so after hearing this.
Because I was going to let you off with the Jodie Marsh thing. Everyone makes mistakes, and I'm like...
It's the fact he's not even laughing. He's just like, I don't know if this guy just has like a really big ego, but like surely you just laugh, like you're embarrassed, just laugh along. Don't act like you're better than this. It's just his vibe's totally off.
But Lucy, I mean, how are you feeling about that?
Awkward.
I'm pretty sure appearing on this show as a man was like a humiliation ritual. Do you know all the pain that men have caused women? This show got back at them. This show was leveling the playing field. Now at this point, you can tell that Damien's ego is very hurt. Like, obviously this guy, you know, he clearly loves fame. He clearly loves himself, which is like a good thing, obviously. But I feel like this guy like really loves himself. Obviously with him being a model, etc. He says he has loads of good features, whatever. So when his ego takes a hit, like, I don't think he can handle it because he's trying to defend himself, but he just keeps like digging himself into a deeper and deeper hole the longer the show goes on.
Can I defend myself?
You must feel really awkward as well.
It's because I always attract blondes. You see, out of all the brunettes, I will hold my hands up, who's the most attractive of the brunettes.
Don't say that! She's literally blonde, you idiot! Yeah, the reason I said Lucy is like, I'm just not really here for a blonde. Oh shit, you're blonde, love, fuck. Sorry, Emma. Sorry, love. Like, it's almost as if he's trying to self-sabotage himself. I have no idea. Like, just stop talking! Just stop!
On 3, are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
The show was so good. You can tell that his ego is really hurt because when it's down to him to like whittle it down to 2 girls that he has to choose from, the way he turns off the first girl's light is you can tell he's just angry. Like, was there any need for the like sassiness of it? Boof! Not today, woman with a bob. He then leaves only 2 blonde girls, even though he said that he wanted a brunette coming onto this show. I don't feel like this guy knows what he wants. He then said that this was his reason for doing so.
You've left Steph, you've left Chelsea, you've left 2 blonde girls.
No choice.
Yeah, no choice. No!
Seriously, mate, stop talking. Just don't talk. Just, like, become like Charlie Chaplin for the rest of this. Just, you know, mimic stuff, hand movements, okay? Talking is not for you. What do you mean you had no choice? It's almost like he's trying to put the girls down for some really weird reason if he thinks he's, like, above most of them. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking, well, like, there's not much of this show left. Like, it can't get any worse, can it? Well, just hold on a minute. Because when he asks the girls his final question, it gets so much worse.
Well, girls, if I was stuck on the Isle of Fernando's and I could take one thing, it'd be a meerkat. What would you take and why?
Why? Like, you're going to be dying on this island with no supplies, and the only thing you decide to bring is a meerkat? Why? I haven't seen a meerkat be useful, apart from, like, you know, when it used to be an advert for Coronation Street and you can compare, like, car prices. But you're not going to want to do that on a desert island.
I would have a really good answer for this if I like the lad.
Cut it off. Cut it off. Time. He's already dead. Oh, my God. Look at his face. He's like, well, you're blonde, so actually, I don't actually fancy you. I've got you there out of charity. The fact that you're even in the final 2 with in a position to date me, you should be counting your lucky stars, love. It's not a good sign when, you know, your other option is cheering the girl who said she doesn't fancy you. Everyone is rooting for your downfall here. You know, I feel like I've been very biased towards everyone else but Damien. I will say this must be the most awkward experience ever. Every single person in this studio room is, like, cheering because you're doing bad. Like, you must, you know, a lot of people would get their back up at that. So I can't imagine, like, he is feeling a little butthurt here.
I would take milk, because I love milk.
Well, at least the meerkat's got something to drink. Oh, God, man.
Is it going to be Steph? Or is it going to be... Oh, noises!
Genuinely, I have never seen something as awkward as this. This is meant to be the stage of the show where, you know, you're in the lovey-dovey stage. You've got the excitement of going on holiday with one of these girls. And when one of the girls, like, physically can't stand the sight of you, that's when, you know, you're probably not going to be in for the best holiday. Damien then had to pick Chelsea because the other girl's light got turned off before he had a chance to do it. It was almost like one final kick in the balls that they got on him. And usually at this point, when the pair, like, meet and hug for the first time, like, it's really nice because this could be the start of, like, an everlasting relationship. However, it's just so awkward.
It's been an emotional couple of rounds. But I do think you'll have a good laugh with him, at least. We can have a glass of milk on the beach.
Congratulations! Off you go!
I love that they didn't ask if Chelsea wanted to find out his love at first light because they just didn't want to kind of bring any more trauma upon this couple. I mean, I'm not surprised that Chelsea was distraught that she was going on a free holiday with this man. Like, he didn't even get a name right in the final interview.
All the girls got such lovely dates tonight. I feel like I've kind of taken one for the team and I've been left with the runt of the litter.
When I met Lucy on stage, I kissed her on the cheek. She seemed a little...
Lucy's the one that you wanted that turned the light off. This is Chelsea. Chelsea, Lucy. I genuinely can't believe that this guy is not like a character. Like, what is going on here? It's got to be like the worst contestant on a dating show ever. Now, this show aired every single Saturday, so you had to wait a week later to see how the date went from the previous week's contestants. And I have found on YouTube footage of the date between Damien and Chelsea, and let me tell you, this is just the most awkward couples holiday you're ever going to see.
All right.
Yeah, how are you?
Do I get a kiss?
You want?
Oh, did you see her look to the camera? She's like, yeah, if you want. She's like, by the way, can like the producers just stay with us at all times? Do not let me alone with this man, please. I am begging. His surname might be Mary, but I am not happy here.
Did you not think it was quite insulting that you said you were going to choose Lucy from the start?
In my defence, I've had major problems with blondes before.
That's your defence. Guilty. Throw them away. Why would you think there's a correlation between someone's hair colour and the way they act? What, do you think that every single person with blonde hair acts a certain way? And every single person with brunette? There's no correlation here, sir.
I am quite a clumsy character. I do say the wrong thing. Most people think it's endearing, not Chelsea.
Most people think it's endearing when I say that I don't fancy them and I actually fancy their friend more, but not Chelsea. She's a tricky customer.
Neither of us knew what to say or when to say it.
What's your favourite animal?
Somebody give me the strength.
Mine's a meerkat. But you knew that. About the time. Right, see you later, love. Where's your favourite place to play football? Stamford Bridge? Do you get it? Because just call Chelsea.
Any questions you need to ask me? Anything you care to know?
When's your flight home? Tomorrow. Great. I want to get early check-in. Right, just seize the day.
He just has a knack of really digging a hole.
From the show, she had it in her head that I was a bad boy. Can't win. I can't win.
I think it's just a pattern of behaviour that you're not breaking, you know? Like, everything you say is just weird, mate. Like, it's just red flag city. Like, there's no more places to plant the flags. I can't bloody walk, man.
Thought I could melt the Ice Queen. Didn't happen.
I love that he's calling her the Ice Queen just because she didn't like it when he said that he fancied someone else more than her, and then when he whittled it down to only 2 girls, he went, well, I didn't really have a choice though, did I? Like, I don't think that makes her an ice queen. I think that just makes her normal. Now, whenever I do one of these videos, I always try and see, like, where the contestants are today to see, like, how this like, appearing on a show like this impacted their lives. Well, Damien actually has one of the more interesting stories, as he's actually a successful YouTuber. I say YouTuber, I believe he's, like, a real estate agent, like, a really high-end one, but he also posts on YouTube. Like, he has a channel where he, like, tours like £9 million, £30 million houses.
Are you ready to see the best property in the UK? Welcome to Harford Manor.
Like, this is such a strange pipeline. Are you ready to see a £30 million house in the UK that obtains 17 meerkats? You've came to the right video. If I was him, I would just go in every single room with a bed and be like, see what you're missing, Lucy? Hey? Turned your light off, you could have had all this. This is crazy. Like, genuinely mental. Like, this guy, like, just kind of built off the momentum that he had on the show. I did try and find a clip of him talking about appearing on the show, and I found this one.
I prefer brunettes, and there was probably 80% of them are blonde.
He seems much more mellow now. He seems like a little bit more sensible, but I mean, this is only a tiny clip from a podcast, so it's kind of hard to kind of really judge him. But I hope with age, he's kind of learned from his mistakes. Because he seems quite sound in this podcast clip. Now, just to end this video, I wanted to kind of see if this show did have any, like, real success stories. And I found out that 8 couples that were matched on the show actually got married. And there is 6 babies who are classed as take me out babies, which, you know, in terms of percentages, it's probably not that great. But if they've made, like, 1 couple get married and have babies, that's a success to me, because the entertainment this show brought was amazing. To me, it wasn't all about, like, the people kind of staying together. I just loved, like, the interaction that this show created, and honestly, I think they should bring it back. Apparently, the show did get cancelled because of low ratings. ITV said that the show had kind of ran its course, and Paddy McGuinness was so shocked because apparently he thought it was doing quite well. I honestly believe if they brought this back with Gen Z, it would bang. Genuinely, it would do so well and could kind of, like, reignite people watching television again on a Saturday night, because we see so many dating shows on YouTube, etc., and none of them, in my opinion, like, even, like, kind of compete with Take Me Out. If they get another host, just saying, who can, like, bring some energy to the show, oh my god, I would never miss an episode of it, because genuinely, I still go back and watch these full episodes. One of my favourite things is, like, the memes on TikTok people have created around this show. Sorry, another content idea. Old people's homes, if you've got a lift like this, why have you not filmed this? That's gonna, like, keep their brains active. Oh my God, that would be so good.
No larky, no larty. Single man, reveal yourself.
Genuinely, like, people just loved this show and it was so good to see. Let me know if you would like to see this show back, and also let me know if you want me to review more dating shows, because honestly, it's my favourite genre of TV show. 4,000 likes and I'll do that. And if you want to see me break down another dating show, click this one here. Go on, do it, you deserve it. Or watch a brand new video from me on my Reacts channel.